Did you see the Snoop Dogg one, bro? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was sent to me. Blackston. Yeah, I'm screenshotting this thing. Nah, it was just smooth as fuck.
Okay,
bro.
Coach, it is a brisk night
I'll
in
put
the
it in the
Midwest
committee.
as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
We close that up.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
65. Oh, that's Tyrone Hill or something.
It's caught on the right side at Smith.
Be a loss. Yes.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
He'll be in his X Factor here pretty soon.
And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Hey, I'm missing Roquan Smith. I'm missing him, bro. I was almost willing to give him his first round pick back.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's incomplete.
No, I didn't touch him. I didn't touch him.
So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down, you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense.
Nah,
Instead,
I was waiting for that. I'm be whole honest with you. But I can't believe I hit square a little too early.
Flipper there is all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Jackson. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Mixon trying to punch.
I couldn't get there.
He's in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Couldn't get there.
Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point put through by Suckup, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check 52. Watch twist. Check 37. Check 37. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 Bang. Bang. Bang.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. First carry for the fullback, James Devlin. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check it back, check it back.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Yeah.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Brissett on first down.
Oh.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Brissett now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like the formations because they so close up, so I can do a lot of different things with it.
When
That's
guys
it.
come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
You lucky I threw out my back foot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 99. Check 99. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
On 1st and 10, Brissett.
Come on, and he bumped him outside 5 yards. Yeah.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Andy
Broke him down, and he was able to get back, recover that fast. Cool.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's
he's going to be hard for you to break through, bro.
Two plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he might be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Ross. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Troy Flowers picks it, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And taken down, but not before they work it across.
Big boy was all the way down here.
That one good for 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give this to the fullback, Devlin.
Why do
They'll
that?
get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I got it. Shoot.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. For Nick Chubb. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice and ambitious
That's
effort.
why I'm not signing his
Well
contract
short.
this year.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Shit like that.
Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. It doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They got them frustrated right now.
I got an eyeball on him because he destroyed me the last time we played. He's the reason I'm the reason why he is right now, that star, superstar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. To throw again on second down. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there's no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On 3rd down, it's Nick.
Why is he backing up?
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Come on, bro.
Now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he will have the first down, but he winds up
gonna drop that
pretty good
bitch.
shot that time.
He about to drop that
3rd
bitch.
down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You better be afraid of me. You better be. Jim.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike, check. 59. Let's go.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Deshaun Hand. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check 43.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
I get one more 10 yards, and I'll be breaking 3 of them bitches.
Our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
I get 10 more yards with him. It's over, bro.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have...
They can pick it up. Play fake. Brissett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up? It got it.
Yes, good catch.
39
Zay Jones, that's what I'm talking about.
It's your first drive of the second
Great
half.
catch.
You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett escaping the pressure.
Hold the ball, boy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete.
Why did I do that?
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen get when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Son, you too deep in the playbook right now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that shit purpose like a motherfucker.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man here. It's Green.
Why you stand in front of him, Flowers?
Just shy of the 40.
He was right there.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Going deep downfield for Ross.
Wow. Wow.
Into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 4th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game
Please be 10. Please be 10.
skilled and hit from distances that we
Lucky
almost
bastard.
start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And
Lucky.
now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup.
That block was there on point.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's right
The Bengal
there.
pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Marcus Davenport, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But
That's
this player,
right there, bro.
disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he's well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down.
Hey, that's that sky punt right there.
All the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15,
know what you're gonna
inside
try
the
to
5.
do.
Superb. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 40. That's the 20.
Just down the field.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati
Took it, Gander.
Curtis Samuel, 98 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that's the type of play that'll give your sideline some juice, a long touchdown pass.
And it's like a bolt of lightning, isn't it? That suddenness of that play brings everyone to their feet in the stadium, and he takes it all the way to the end zone. Give him credit for making that type of a play call, even more credit for how they executed it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there. Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. Check Mike, check Mike. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. It's free. It's free. 59. Mike 59.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
Just hold on the ball, bro. That's all I ask.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Brissett sets to throw it. Looking downfield for Jones. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Henry. Hey. 4 down.
On 1st down, Mixon.
You look at that block game. You look at that block game.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down. Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do. But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again. Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Yes.
And they're able to get this one
Yes.
across the 35.
All I
Nice
needed,
pick up
bro.
there of 11 yards, and it'll move the
Damn, how
sticks.
hard was that?
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change where that scoreboard
I needed
is saying.
30.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move.
And that wasn't
on
it?
First down.
Oh. Okay.
Here's Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
I'm here all day. Switch.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, third down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check. 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On play action, Brissett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett caught right side. It's Jeffrey. That catch good for 5. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Rush in. Check 59.
Play action now. Brissett. It's caught. Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the 29, Brissett.
Not paying attention, bro.
And he will go down. Sack back at the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Who is that?
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
Elton did real well containing me.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were really helping.
Yeah,